A group of men are mercenaries. They have a captain named Mark. He hasn't heard from two of his men for about an hour, so he heads out with one of his men to look for them. When he arrives, he meets them alive. However, things take a dark turn when a little boy shows up and one of the men, named David, kills him. Mark is unhappy about this, so he goes to the commander to express his dissatisfaction with David's actions. The commander tells Mark that David is a killing machine and that he should let it go. He even implies that Mark and David aren't that different. Mark is deeply disturbed by this, but he reluctantly agrees. However, he asks the commander not to assign David to any of his future operations. Mark's next assignment involves taking down a huge drug dealer. The commander promises that this is the last operation Mark has to work with David on. He then shows Mark a photograph of a man and tells him to capture the target alive. As the captain, Mark gives David specific orders before the mission. They are not to kill any civilians, but rather hand them over to the police. However, David has picked up on the fact that he doesn't want him here. During the mission, David and the other men come across two unarmed men. Mark's orders are to hand them over to the police, but David throws them a knife, making them armed. He then kills them. The men also come across 4 civilian women who seem to be victims of trafficking and beg for help. However, instead of offering them assistance, David throws a hand grenade into the room, killing them all. The sound brings Mark over, who is livid when he finds out what happened. He pulls out a gun and points it at David's face, but later puts it down, planning to report David's actions to the commander again. While setting up explosives, Mark comes across another woman, a victim of trafficking. He gives her his jacket and tries to save her, but just as he's about to succeed, David returns. Mark tells the woman to run and turns to face David, and the two engage in a fierce battle.
David gains the upper hand and is about to deliver the final blow when the woman intervenes, shooting him and saving Mark's life.
3 years later, one of the mercenaries is practicing his shooting skills when a man walks up behind him. It's none other than David, with new burn scars. Now, what will happen next? Like and subscribe to find out.